And to get up DC police are launching new tools to fight crime in our city.
Earlier this week, the department unveiled a new helicopter and drone program. And DC Police Chief Pamela Smith is here with us this morning to talk about these new crime fighting tools. It's always good to see you. Thank you for spending
Thank you for having
some
me.
time with us this morning. Let's start with that. What types of situations do you see these drones being employed in?
Well, we're typically going to start off by using them for tactical operations, for crowd management. When we find that there is some civil disturbance within that, the drones will help us to be able to get an aerial view of what's happening in those spaces. Barricaded subjects or individuals, critical missing individuals, as well as barricaded subjects. And our officers will be able to utilize those drones to really get an aerial surveillance of what's happening in those areas.
I mean, it certainly adds a new layer to crime fighting and also high tech.
Absolutely.
But there have been some concerns about people's privacy. What do you say to those people that feel like it might be an invasion of privacy?
Well, what I will say is that, you know, with the drones and how we're utilizing them as a tactical response, there will not be an invasion of privacy. When we launch the drones, the camera will not be on. The officer has a responsibility to have a sight of alignment with that drone as it's responding to the area for the call for service. We will operate the cameras at the time we are in the area for calls of service. And what I will say to people that are concerned about privacy, I recognize that we all want to have an expectation of privacy, but we also know that we have to leverage new technology when it comes to how we are addressing crime. And here in the District of Columbia, we have to be on the cutting edge and leaders in this space when it comes to how we are addressing crime here in the district.
Also, before we move on, it seems like it would help to keep your officers safe as well, looking especially at maybe the crowd situations, what they're dealing with before they move in on the ground.
Absolutely,
well.
and for active shooters. When we have active shooters, this is a really, really powerful tool to assess the area before we send our officers into those spaces.
We were talking a little before we came on about the Summer Crime Initiative and the numbers and results you're already seeing. Talk about what you're seeing and you know, how is the Summer Crime Initiative helping you to get to those goals to reduce some crime in our city?
Well, what I will say is that, you know, we talk about summer crime initiatives, but what I tasked my team with was not waiting for the summer to address crime. We started working very, very intentionally. The mayor gave me one task, and that I needed to drive down crime in the district, and I'm very excited about the fact that we're doing just that. Today, we have a 29% reduction in violent crime here in the district. We're seeing a 33% reduction in our robberies, and I'm excited about the 46% reduction that we're seeing in carjackings. We know that we still have a ways to go to ensure that we're where we need to be here in the district, but all of the initiatives that we've launched, the robbery suppression initiatives, our Operation Atlas that our officers have been really engaged in and ensuring that we're meeting the needs of the residents and the community. But what I will say that's also been a game changer is how the community has been really, really supportive in the efforts of helping us to drive down crime.
That is so important, right?
It is, very much so.
Real quickly, I just want to ask you, because summer is in full effect with the Summer Curfew Initiative. That's a yearly thing, but is that underway right now?
It has been underway the entire year, but what the mayor has said is that, you know, the vast majority of our kids are doing the right thing, right? And you may have also heard her talk about her father told her when she was coming up, you know, anything after 11 o'clock is not this right place or space you want to be, right? Couldn't be anything good going on. And what we will say to our young people today, and when I was growing up, let me go back a little bit. You know, we had to be in the house when the street lights came on. And we know that's not happening today anywhere across the United States. But what we want to say to our young people is this, and to our parents specifically: know where your children are. Effective July 1st, the curfew is 12:01 a.m. Know where your children are at 12:01 a.m. We want to make sure that those kids that are in need, we want to find safe spaces for them, but more importantly, the young people who are out after hours, engaged in nefarious activities or criminal activities, we have a place for them. But for those who are not engaged in those spaces and are out after the curfew hour, we will transport them to one of our DYRS facilities across our 7 districts to ensure that a parent can come and pick that child up and take him or her back home to a safe location.
Really good information and encouraging to hear that crime overall is down in the district. DC Police Chief Pamela Smith joining us right here on Get Up DC. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.